啊，乐九来了，听不听得
老师，
到我？听得到我啊？乐九
那个
听得到，好。凯西也来了，凯西听不听得到我？凯西现在啊，在连线，对，听得到吗？凯西，
你好，
你好，听得到我啊？对，
对，
听得到。Tyler 听得到我吗？听得到我
听得到，
声音吗？听得到啊？
嗯，
对，好，对，那个好，这个嘉旭也来了，嘉旭听得到我声音吗？
你好，老师。
他听得到，好好好，对，这个啊，对，米勒也来了，米勒听得到我声音吧？听得到我声音，听得
好，
到啊，听得到，
对，
好，对，好，汉娜听得到我声音吧？汉娜听得到我声音吧？
现在我听。
现在听得到，好，对，好，我这个在等这个啊，还有这个 Chime 啊，跟这 Harry 等他们两个人的时候，那我们呢先啊聊一聊啊，聊天。对，Tyler，你这个周末怎么样？
这个周末过得很好。
过得很好啊？对，好，对，都做什么了？
我做了一些功课，我练了一些琴，然后我也去了商场。
做了不少事啊，对，accomplished quite a bit。好，乐九，这个周末怎么样？
我周末很好。
很好啊，对，都做了什么？
我睡觉很多，
对，
呃，学
睡，
习英
对，
文。嗯，
学习啊，睡觉，对，那睡觉呢is also a separable compound。Okay，睡 verb to sleep，觉 OK，the use as noun slumber sleep OK，所以呢很多觉 OK，a lot of 对，那是 you put the lot in between OK，a separate compound，
like
睡很多觉，对，
天。
哎，睡很多觉。好，凯西的周末怎么样？
我的周末很好，
周末很
忙。
好，对，周末都做什么了？
我扛了我的学生的一年，my freshman students
哦，你看了一年级的学生，
一年级的
对，
学
一年
生，
级的学生啊，对，好，你没有被隔离吧？You're not in quarantine now，
没有，
没有被隔离啊，对，好，这个米勒，你的周末怎么样？
我的周末很好，
很好，都做什么了？
我呃很多学习呃嗯呃学习
对，
study
学
对
习啊，study，对
嗯
啊，用很多时间学习啊，对，spend a lot of time，对，好，那嘉旭，你的周末怎么样？
呃，今天我学习。
啊，今天没学习，你的周末有 weekend，
周末我睡觉。
睡觉，哈哈哈哈。对，那这个汉娜的周末怎么样？
我周末很好，
很好。
我看我的妈妈，她去维克了。
他来，对，去呢 indicates a movement away from the speaker. Okay, since you are in Waco, 所以呢 the verb would be 来。Okay, that's a word indicating the movement toward the speaker. 他来维克，对，来维克。好 ，Harry 今天怎么样？
今天很好。
今天很好。周末呢做什么了？
周末我开来维口。
哦，你开车来威口，
回来。
你开车回来威口，你不是住在你家吗？
哦，没有，我2个星期 quarantine 被隔离。
对，你被隔离2个星期。
对，
在学校的
上个星期天，昨天回来。
昨天回来的啊，这个你被隔离啊，在家里被隔离对吧？
对
啊，对，在家里被隔离。好，那这个啊，今天怎么样？
你好，老师，对不起。
对，才好。对，
你好。
对，
今天我很好。
今天很好。周末做什么了？
周末，我做我的作业。
做作业啊，对，
很多。
对，很多作业，对。
对。
好，那我们今天做练习啊，我们练习做完以后，周3啊就有一个语法小考。Then we'll have a grammar quiz on Wednesday. Okay, and after we finish the exercise today, okay, then you can review the grammar section and the worksheet, okay, in preparation for the grammar quiz on Wednesday. 好，那我们今天第一题啊 the first sentence 啊，对，看看啊 ，let's see what we have here. It's a document. Okay, document. Okay. Let's 好，第一题 ，They put their food on their plates. 对，第一题。好，第一题这个乐九做一做啊。You can lead us, yeah, doing the first sentence.
You want me to translate it into?
Yeah, 翻成中文啊 translate that into Chinese. Okay.
他们把食物放在他们的盘子。
Since this pattern calls for a supplement, 所以呢，放在盘子 okay, and then there's also 上呢 means literally on, okay, and can be translated to in as well, okay. So 放在盘子上 okay, literally that means on the plate, okay, put their food on the plate. 对，好，对 that's a bar construction, okay. We know that in a bar construction you need an extra verb in addition to the bar, okay, and then after the second verb, okay, then you need the supplement. That's what the pattern is about. Okay. 好，第一题有没有问题啊？应该比较简单。It should be simple since that's an example from the grammar section 啊。对， 没有问题。我们看第二题啊。If no question, then we move to the second one. Okay. All right. Oops, that's not this one. Okay, let me find up here. Yeah. Okay, that's the second one. She translated these English words into Chinese. 对，好，这一题这个凯西翻一翻啊。
I said 他把英语省事翻译了韩语。
对，好，这个English words, OK，英语生词呢，生 by itself translated into English in this context means new. Okay, so
Can
English,
I just say the S, or do I need?
他把这些英文字 you can use 字 okay, characters. Yeah, let's write it out. Okay, 字 okay. Now, this one 字 yeah, that's the character. Okay, so 他把 and then since it's a plural form, you would need to add the character indicating plural to 这. Okay, so 这 did you use the word 些? Okay, is based on the number 2 at the bottom. Okay, and then you have phonetic symbol on the right. So 这些 that's the word indicating the plural form. Okay, all
So
right.
you would put that as 他把这些。
对，这些啊，他把这些 all right. That's a phonetic symbol. And then the meaning comes from the character indicating number 2. Okay, so 这些 these. Okay, and then 字 characters or words. Okay, in Chinese they refer to characters, but in English that just means words. Okay, 他把这些英文字 okay, 翻译 okay, we have mentioned you can use the short form, the abbreviation, okay, just the first word 翻 and then or 翻译 and then the preposition translate into, okay, in Chinese there will be 成翻译成 okay, 中文对清楚了吧？对，这个第二题有没有问题 ？Did I confuse even more? Or did I explain the sentence to you?
It's good. I just have a question.
对。
Do I need to put something in the sentence though to make it past tense? Like, do I need to use le after 翻译?
Say it again. Do you need?
How would I make it past tense?
Oh, past.
Like 翻译
Yes. You can add the le. Very good point. Okay, translate it. Yeah. If you want to make it clear, that's past. Okay, and then you can definitely add the character le. Okay, after the verb translate. Okay, 他把这些英文字翻成了 中文 okay but since the Chinese okay doesn't have tenses okay in the sense that English does okay and so when you write out a sentence without particle le okay it includes past tense to the Chinese. Okay? It can also, of course, refer to the future tense as well. Okay? So it depends on the context. 要看 okay? What people are referring to. But the sentence itself without le okay, can mean something that has already passed. So is this clear to you?
Yeah, so if you ask that question on a test, would you want us to use le or not?
Yeah, I mean, just for practice, for the purpose of practice, it's good, okay, to show that, all right, one has noticed the past tense here, okay, so one adds a le there just to make it clear, okay, and otherwise, I mean, that sentence would depend on the context, say, it may not necessarily mean something in the past. So that's the difference. Of course, it's always good, better in this case to add a le to it. Very good point. 对，好，还有没有别的问题？没有了。好，没有了。我们再看第三题啊。Let's move on to the third question sentence. Okay, here we are. Oh, it's a short one. His voice is even louder. 对，好，这一题这个米勒坐一坐啊。
他的声音更大。
对，perfect 很好。Okay. So 更 we have learned that that's an adverb. So it precedes the adjective in this case, loud, okay, loud, okay, and with the 更, then it makes it a comparative degree, okay, so louder. 好 ，perfect， 对，好，这一题有没有问题？没有，好，没有。我们看那个第四题啊，it's also a short sentence， 很短的句子啊，对，let me see, he or she likes coffee the most, I think, yeah， 对，好，这个嘉旭做第四题。
So the 我喜欢coffee, but okay, so my question was, do you use gung here or do you use 对?
You use 对 because 对 indicates the superlative degree, okay? And since most is a superlative degree.
我最喜欢咖啡。
对，我最喜欢咖啡啊，对，那个 since most, okay, 最呢 is also an adverb, so you place the adverb before the verb, okay, which is like. So in Chinese, the order will be I most like, okay. As I have said, the order in the Chinese sentence tends to be monotonous, okay? If not simpler. Okay? Once you remember the place where it normally appears regularly, then more often than not, it's there, okay, all the time. 对，好，第四题有没有问题？没问题啊。
再说一遍吗？
啊，再说一遍啊，就是说我最喜欢咖啡。
OK，
啊，
能说我喜欢咖啡最多？ 吗？
最多的话，那就说是这个在这地方呢 ，it implies 这个the largest number of. So it's in a way incomplete. Okay? The largest number. Okay. If you want to say, make a sentence complete, 这最多的时候 the largest number of occasions or whatnot. Okay? So, but in Chinese, the equivalent would be simply to place the superlative degree, okay, of the word right before the verb. Okay? And that's the same meaning as like coffee most. Okay. 好，还有没有别的问题？没有啊，没有呢。我们看应该是这个第5题了啊，第5题，好，第5题啊，好。She chatted with her friend for a while. 啊，对， that's a separable compound. 好，好，第5题，这个快乐啊，那个做一做，对。
他跟他的朋友聊了一会儿天。
对 yeah. 聊天 we have learned in our study of the vocab of this chapter is a separable compound, okay, also in the grammar section. And so when you want to add a length of time, okay, the phrase to describe the time when this act, okay, has lasted, okay, then you separate this compound, okay, by placing the length of time in between. So as you did correctly, okay, perfectly, okay, 他跟他朋友聊了一会儿天 okay, and 聊了，对，chatted, okay, again indicating that's something in the past, okay. And here, okay, you have a preposition with, okay. In a Chinese sentence, the prepositional phrase, okay, as a rule precedes the verb. Okay. It's almost, again, the opposite of the English order. Okay. So in English, you see, she chatted with her friend. So the prepositional phrase with her friend follows the verb, chatted, okay? But in Chinese, the order is the opposite. So a prepositional phrase, okay, nearly always, in a few cases, you have the option, but still the rule applies, okay, that you can place and you should place the preposition before the verb. Okay. So that's something that you'll get used to more and more. Okay. 好，这第5题有没有问题？
我还有一个问题。
好
应该说他的朋友吗？还是能说他朋友？
对，好，这地方的话如果是这个 the native speaker 的话，他就不用那个的了这个的呢 would disappear when one is indicating the relationship among family members and also among close friends, okay, and or among close relationships, okay. And so normally when one refers to the one's relations, okay, one's acquaintances. Okay, in this case, okay, the would somehow, okay, be dropped. Okay, drop off. Okay, and you can simply say 他跟他朋友. Okay, only under the circumstance that there may be some kind of confusion, okay, or the person is trying to emphasize, okay, implying that it's her friend instead of my friend. Okay? You are trying to clarify a situation. It's not my friend, it's her friend. Then you use the. Okay? So only under that particular circumstance, okay, will a Chinese use the. Okay, otherwise, normally it just dropped. Yeah, dropped off. 好，还有没有别的问题？哎，别的问题呢？我们看这个第6题啊。那我 move to number 6。对，好。We walked for an hour. Okay, this is also a separable compound. Okay, 好，这一题啊，这个汉娜做啊。
我们走了1个小时。
好，走了1个小时啊，这个 that's certainly one possibility. Okay, we walked for an hour. Okay, and this can also refer to taking a walk. Okay. In that case, when you are trying to indicate the idea of taking a walk, okay, that would be 散步, and that's separable compound, okay, and in that case, you will have the sentence, 我们散了1个小时的步, okay, but 走呢 indicates the act of walking in general, okay, it can refer to taking a walk, but it can also indicated idea that one has to walk a long way, excuse me, a long way to one's destination. Okay, and so that depends on what one intends to do with the sentence. Okay.
老师, could you please say that one again?
对，我们走了1个小时，走呢 in this case just means in general that one has walked for an hour. It can mean that one walks for a long time, okay, before one reaches one's destination, okay, and also it can mean one takes a walk, okay, but I think that more often than not, okay, 走了1个小时 okay, is the certainly the preference, okay, among the Chinese, okay, for them to indicate the idea that they have walked a long time, okay, before they reach the destination. And when they talk about taking a walk, normally they would use 散步, okay, so it depends on what the person is trying to indicate. Okay, but if you want to indicate the idea of taking a walk, okay, then it's 散了1个小时的步 as a separable compound. Okay. 好，还有别的问题吗？ Did I confuse you? Is that a little bit more clear? 对 just if any questions pop up, let me know by all means. Okay, stop me, interrupt me. 好，这一题完了，没问题。我们再看下边一题啊，对，好，对，下边一题。My friend talked for a long time. 对，好，这一题 这个 Harry 做做啊。Harry，你的那个 speaker， 对，
哦，不好意思，
啊，没关系，对，
我的朋友说了很长时间的话。
对，很好 ，Yeah, perfect sentence there. Okay， 说话 it's a separable compound. Literally means speak words. Okay, and when you need to add the phrase indicating the length of time for a long time, then you put it between this compound. Okay， 我的朋友说了啊很长时间的话。Okay, or you can use one word. Okay. That's the character in your name, 乐九. 九 means long lasting. 所以呢 you can also use that word 说了很久的话. Either one will do. Okay. 记不记得那个字九 Do you remember that character 九啊？这个乐九那个 you should remember. Okay, since that's part of your name. 对，好，这一题有没有什么问题？没有啊，没有，我们再继续看啊。Now we'll move to the next one. 对，好，第8题 I often listen to music while I study. 对，好，猜做这一题啊。
第8题，我在学习，是经常听音乐。
对，可以。
I'm sorry.
So the construction that you use is when studying. Okay, I often listen to music. Okay, so it expresses a similar idea. Okay, but if you want to get construction closer to the original sentence, that would be 一边一边. Okay, so 这个我常常 often. Okay, or you can use just single word. Okay, 我常一边学习一边听音乐.
Yeah. Okay.
And when you use this pair of conjunction, remember to place the subject before 一边. Okay, a Chinese sentence, regular one, okay, begins with a subject, and then of course a verb object. And if you have an adverb, that appears before the verb. Okay, since excuse me, the conjunction 一边呢 is an adverb, so it appears before the verb. Okay, and the subject 我 would have to appear at the very beginning of the sentence. Okay. 好，这一题有没有什么问题？没什么问题啊，对。好，没什么问题。Now it's a new round. 对，好第9题。He stood in line twice in the bank today. That's actually an example from the book. Okay. 好。这一地方这一题乐九做做啊。对。
今天他在英镑拍了2次对。
对，好，今天他在银行排了2次队。对 ，the phrase okay to stand in line, yeah, in Chinese is to be in line, okay, to form a line, okay. So 排队 that's a separable compound. So the word okay 2次 we need to go between the separable compound. Okay, 排了2次队. And then again, at the bank or in the bank, that's a prepositional phrase. Okay, so prepositional phrase precedes the verb. 排 to be or to stand in line. Okay, so 在银行排了2次队. And the subject appears nearly always at the very beginning. Okay, 我在银行排了2次队。对，好，这一句有没有问题？没有问题啊，没有问题。那我们看下边一题，对，好，第10题。You understand Chinese customs more than he does。好，这一题，对，好，这一题，凯西做做啊。
你比他更了解西方的中国。
对，这个你了解啊，这个that's is that the Western customs？ 对，这个let me check the once again. Okay.
这也习惯的中国。
Okay. Okay. You understand 中国风俗，对，好。在这地方呢，to use comparative construction, okay, one needs to just place the same pattern, okay, side by side, okay, and so this sentence, okay, is based on, okay, 你了解中国风俗 okay, that's the first part, okay. You understand Chinese customs. Since it involves comparison, so you repeat basically the same structure, okay. 比他了解中国风俗 with a different subject. So basically, you place almost 2 identical constructions side by side. And these 2, okay, you understand Chinese customs, okay, and 他 okay, 了解中国风俗 he understands Chinese custom, will be connected by the character 比 to compare. Okay? So literally, you compare this construction with the other construction. Okay, and that's what you have. Okay, 你了解中国风俗比他 okay, and then he understands Chinese customs since it has already mentioned before, so one can omit this part, skip this part. I have mentioned Chinese are fond of cutting corners. So once it's understood, it has been used before, they wouldn't bother to repeat it again, okay? And so that you will get a sentence like this, okay? 你了解中国风俗比他 okay, compared with him now, okay, and then you use 多, okay, 多 in this case, because of the ba construction, it is automatically a comparative degree of 多, that means more, okay, and of course, you can also use 更, okay, but when you use 更 in a 比 comparative construction, then it has the emphatic meaning. Okay, since 比呢 means necessarily that the adjective at the end, okay, is a comparative degree. Okay. 好，这句有没有问题？
你能再说一遍？如果你说更多，你说的意思是 like it adds emphasis?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, if you want to use 更, okay, in the 比 pattern, okay, since 比 pattern, okay, indicates necessarily, okay, that the adjective used, okay, is a comparative degree, okay, because the word 比, okay, in a regular sentence without 比, then you cannot tell. You have to use 更 to indicate, okay, that's a comparative degree. Okay, but in construction, okay, with 比, that word, okay, actually changes the adjective to a comparative degree. So in that case, you don't need 更. Okay, but if you want to use 更, it's certainly perfect, but there's the sense of emphasis there. 更多. So sometimes it's translated even more to emphasize it. Okay.
Also, 我也在想，我们能把这个句子翻成，你比他了解中国风俗更多吗？所以就把比他放在前面。
You can place the subject, the second subject, in this case, 他, he, okay, right after 比, okay, and then use the verbal construction to indicate that the act involved, okay, applies to both, as you mentioned. That's definitely another possibility.
Okay, so 两个都可以。
两个都可以 Yeah,
Okay.
That's right. Yeah, 很好。对，好，还有没有别的问题？对 Again, did I confuse you? 没有。好，有问题就跟我说啊。那没问题，我们看下边一题啊。对，好，下边一题。The attendant drove the vehicle to the front of the dorm. 对，这一题呢is a combination of words in the text, okay, with the example in the grammar section. Okay, so 好，这一题这个轮到这个家旭啊。
对，so I know attendant is 服务员 right?
服务员，对。
So 服务员开汽车 right?
对，开车，这地，对，开车。
在前面的宿舍。
对。If you want to use the construction with verb, okay, first, and then the place, okay, and in this case you can use 到, okay, 服务员, okay, 开车到, okay, 到呢 used as a verb means to arrive, and use a preposition as it is here, it means to. So 服务员开车到宿舍前边。
Okay.
And equally common, if not more so, is to use a 把 construction. 服务员把车开到宿舍前边。
So would you put the 把 before the 汽车?
Yeah, 把 before 汽车啊，把汽车。So literally means take the car and drive, okay, to the front of the dorm, okay. So 把 construction would certainly the more relevant to actually to an attendant in the garage. You leave the car key with the attendant, and then he took the car and then drove. Okay, so 好，这一句有没有什么问题？没什么问题啊，应该是这个最后一句了啊。I think that should be the last sentence. 对 ，Yeah, indeed. 啊 The library is not quiet now. Okay. 对，好，这一句呢 is actually just from the text. Okay, after I listened to your recordings, then I figured that I should somehow use that as an example. Okay, to illustrate again. Okay, the usage of 安静。对，好。这一句米勒翻一翻。
图书馆现在不安静。
对，图书馆现在不安静啊。对，这个这一句的话啊，这个安静呢在中文 in Chinese, okay, means from the second word, okay, 静，静呢 means actually silent, okay. 安 means peace, peaceful, okay, as in 平安 peace to you, okay, 平安. So from the second character, 静呢 安静 in Chinese means almost silent, used as an adjective, or silence as a noun. Okay. In English, somehow I noticed from listening to your recordings, quiet, this word can be used to refer to low voice, but in Chinese, that wouldn't do. Okay. That just means complete silence. And so when I heard your recordings, okay, saying that his or her voice, okay, 很安静. Of course, it startled me quite a bit, okay, because the word 静, the second character, just means silence. And if one is talking, one cannot be silent. So that's the reason why that I somehow have made that sentence, okay, just to illustrate the nuance of a difference, okay, between the Chinese word and supposedly the counterpart, okay, in English. 好，这一题做完了，有没有什么问题？没什么问题。
你能再说一遍吗？
对，这个安静静的话啊，
你这个题翻译成
翻译成就是图书馆现在不安静啊。
OK，
图书馆现在不安静。对，现在 it's an adverb, okay, so it appears before 安静。安静呢 is an adjective, okay, which functions like a verb. And 现在 used to indicate time, it has more flexibility. It can be placed at the very beginning of a sentence. Okay. 现在图书馆不安静. Okay. So one has the option to place time expressions. Okay. In this case, 现在. Either at the beginning of, very beginning of a sentence, or toward the beginning of a sentence after the subject. 对，好，翻译有没有问题？没问题啊。 as I said, if any questions pop up at any time, let me know. Okay. And 这样我们今天时间到了啊，那 time is up 啊 and then we use the word that you can use all the time now. 保重。
老师，
对，你们保。
我们星期三的小考是像我们今天做的翻译一样吗？
对，那个 part of it, okay, are the English sentences for you to translate into Chinese, and then the other part, okay, is actually the vice versa, okay, the Chinese sentences for you to translate into English. Okay, so you have these two parts, but basically just the translation, okay, using grammar that we have just learned. Okay. 好，还有没有什么问题？没什么问题了啊。好，那你们保重，再见。对，
再见。
对，好。